Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those who watched this video. I hope you enjoyed. Today we're talking about The Fog. It was directed by John Carpenter, and John Carpenter basically ruled the 1980s. He had so many classics from this decade. He had The Fog, he had They Live, he had Escape from New York, and Big Trouble in Little China, The Serpent. Well, no, The Rainbow, The Serpent. Forgot most of the name of that movie, but you know what I mean. The 1980s. John Carpenter had a ton of classic movies from there. I don't know if he was the best director in the 80s. Probably put Spielberg up there, but he was definitely one of the top directors coming out of this decade. This movie also starred Jamie Lee Curtis back in her career where she was doing a lot of these horror movies. And so let's get into The Fog. Now, first off, The Fog had a low budget. I can't imagine what John Carpenter would have done if he had more money to spend on this movie. Maybe he could put a little bit more townspeople into this movie. Because I remember I watched this with my son. He never seen The Fog. He likes these type of movies. And he's like, I just realized, it was like the end of the movie. He's like, I just realized this movie only had like 8 people in it. Because if you don't know, The Fog has these, anyways, The Fog, well, I don't know where to go with this, but The Fog has these ghosts in it, and it goes through the town killing people, because they're basically cursed. The Fog is basically a ghost story, and it does a very good job of describing the ghost story and why this town is cursed, by the Fog, which actually was a group of people who had like leprosy, and so the townspeople kind of put them out there on an island, so they can have their little leopard-sea colony, I guess you can say. Anyways, these people end up dying, and the town folks took all their money, and basically they killed off these people so they can get their money and then spend it on the town, and on the church used it for the big cathedral they have. And so the curse is they're getting back at the descendants of the town people, of the founders of the town people. If that makes sense whatsoever. But anyways, my son was like, I just realized there's only like 10 people in this town, because the town's going through the city and nobody's dying because they're all hidden away in the church, like the 10 people that's in this town. But it's no telling what John Carpenter could have done if he had a bigger budget with this movie. But with the movie he did a great job with this movie. It has great cinematography. I believe like the story's pretty well tight. If you believe in curses and stuff, I believe that you would think this could really happen in our time. Like I said, they do explain the curse very well, why these ghosts are attacking the town people, and when they come through, and do their deeds, getting their revenge. I believe it's very well shot, very well creepy, and a little bit of scary. I remember watching this as a child. I haven't seen it since the 80s, probably like 84, 85 is when I watched this movie. So it's just a young little tyke walking around. It did scare me then. As an adult, it didn't scare me, but it did give you a little bit of creepiness of The Fog. Of course, the problem with these kind of movies, if you also with like The Happening with the wind, that if you've ever seen The Happening with M. Night Shyamalan, however you say his name, anytime you have anything like that, it's kind of hard to make it believable, and keep not break the rules of your universe. So, like, in The Happening, the wind blows this poison, I guess, that makes people want to commit suicide and stuff. And you have people trying to run away from the wind, which is, nearly impossible. But, that's what the director wants to believe. You kind of got a similar thing here with The Fog. But at least The Fog isn't what's killing you. It's the fog basically allows the spirits to travel into our world. They can't go beyond the fog. So just because the fog is around you doesn't mean that you're going to automatically die. These spirits have to walk and actually do the deed themselves. So even if you're walking through the fog, you would be able to escape, as long as you could avoid your throat getting slashed and stabbed and stuff like that. So in that case, I believe that's a little bit more believable. I believe it keeps true. I should say keeps true to the universe that John Carpenter has created. So overall, I like this movie. I think it's a good movie. I think it still holds up for our time period. The special effects of The Fog, I think, is very well done. especially with what they had to work with back in the day with the technology they had. Got very good acting in this. Jim Lee Curtis does a very real job, and the other supporting roles, everybody holds their own. There's no really low point. There's nobody that's really bad at the acting. I'd say that, kind of point that out because, like I said, it is a low budget movie, so you don't really have the money to, get your superstars of actors, right? But everybody who's in this does well. I think it's because the writing is very good. And like I said, the photography is great. And you can see watching this movie that John Carpenter, probably because this movie is so well done, so well crafted, I'm not really sure what it did at the box office, but it probably did allow him to do movies that had a little bit higher budget into the future of the 80s, and really got his career going in the 80s. I don't know. That's all I got to say for this. I'll recommend this one. I think you enjoy it, especially if you like these creepy type of movies. You can find this at the time of this video on Amazon Prime. Fog's been out there for a long time. If you've seen this movie, did you like it? Did you not like it? I'm not saying this is John Carpenter's best work. I'm just saying it was a great start to the decade for him, and probably led where he could do bigger and get more money for what he really wanted to put in a movie further into that decade. So let me know. Did you guys like The Fog? You hate The Fog? And I guess that's all I really got to say. Sorry. Have a great day. Bye.